you play God, once you play God, they're gonna crumble one by one. Then we gonna ride right into the sun like it's the day my kingdom come. Baby, we're yeah, hey, welcome to the big show. Next on the ladder is your name in the rafters. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Low when it's silence. Back I woke up and chose violence. And they're singing my praises, la la la. Screaming my name out, la la la. This is why we're immortal now. 'Cause once you play God, once you play God, they're gonna crumble one by one. Then we gonna ride right into the sun like it's the day my kingdom come. Baby, we're yeah,
Hey, everybody. Welcome into the Highly Distracted podcast, where the distractions are many, and my guest is having connection problems, so he's struggling to join in. But give me a second. Try joining. I gave you permissions.
Oh, damn.
Let's see. I mean, it's fine. Today, our guest is basically an active military person in a current active war zone. So be patient with us. We're gonna try to struggle with the connection issues that he's gonna probably have. We're gonna try to struggle with the possible bomb sounds in the background, anything of that sort. He's gonna have like people around him, probably his what is it fucking called?
Base HQ.
Yeah, he's gonna be around like his comrades in a way, and they're gonna also like potentially there's gonna be like some fucking talking in the background, but we have an interesting episode ready for today.
It will be fucking indeed in the background.
Well, hopefully, if he can get into the call with us, but I mean, until then, Coco, how's your week been? How's
dude?
How's the penis?
Like,
how's everything?
Dude, I've been on autopilot since now. I have no idea. I have like no fucking memory since the last few days. I don't know what the fuck I've done.
Onk Turtle, welcome back. Holy shit, it's been ages since I've seen you in my stream. Hope you're having a good one.
Yeah, basically just try to find tenants to take over my contract and all that stuff. And it's just so funny, like how people behave on Facebook posts. Like I typing very clearly that my party is for students and all that stuff, and then just random people just message me, hey, is it still available? Hey, can I take over your contract and all that stuff? And I ask them, but do you study? And they're like, no.
It's only for students. Like, there's no.
Kind of.
Like,
I mean,
they don't allow non-students.
When you apply, you have to, you need to like show some verification that your student or gonna study at least 50%, like half time, in a college or a university.
Interesting.
And by that you're allowed to move in.
Okay.
But just people just message me, but hey, is it available and all that stuff, and they don't even fucking study. Like today, a guy told me, no, I'm not, but I'm a young man. Yeah. What the fuck is that supposed to? How is that supposed to fucking help anything?
I mean, I guess he thinks it's
I
for like young people, like they don't want old people in that. They're racist. I don't know. Not racist. What's the
ages.
ageist? Yeah, that's the fucking word for it. But yeah.
And speaking of ages, like have you seen posts like, oh, stop ageism, man, and all that stuff? And yeah, I don't know, like just
I
accept your
mean,
age.
ageism is somewhat of a problem, but it's not really that big of a problem. I mean, the only thing about ageism that I see is that people, for example, don't take boomers seriously with the whole "okay boomer" meme. You know what I mean? Like, just somebody fucking comes at you and says something weird, and they're like, "I need to fucking change. Holy shit, this is copyrighted music." Okay, sorry. Yeah, so that you kind of see them in that sense of like, you know, like they voice their opinion, and then people look at them and they're like, "Okay, boomer," and then it's just basically like, "Shut the fuck up," you know. Nobody wants to listen to you. Which if I was a boomer, that would piss me. Like, I would punch a motherfucker. Like, no joke. I would like just fucking deck a motherfucker directly in the face. That is disrespectful as balls.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah.
like just me trying to fucking voice my opinion and you just fucking like dismiss me because I'm a certain age. Fuck you.
I mean, it depends. Dude, it depends. Like what, how they or what opinion they fucking voice. Like a common example is music. Like, oh, things were better back in the day where they use real instruments and all that stuff. Okay, dude, shut the fuck up. Okay, boomer. That at that moment, it is okay to say okay, boomer.
Yeah, but that's
Just
not an opinion. That's kind of like, you know, back in my days, you know what I mean?
yeah,
It's
but they
just
say,
like,
oh, today's music is bad, or because they use
yeah,
electrical
like back in my
instruments and this
days,
is bad.
music used to be real, you know what I mean? Like that's the whole idea behind it, and it's just like
Yeah, but
uh
then say, oh, music is bad because of this,
I
or
mean, I
music
get
was
it. I
bad.
get it. Yeah, but that's like not an opinion. That's just them complaining about stuff being different, which is fine. Okay, boomer, right? But like when you voice an opinion that like, you know, something is going wrong, or like it would still piss me off even if they just go like, okay, boomer. Like maybe I have a valid fucking opinion.
Mm.
Maybe the music back then was actually real. Like, listen to me instead of just dismissing and going like, okay, boomer. You know, and I feel like I'm going to be like a boomer at some point. Like I'm
Dude,
a
I'm
I'm a
already
millennial.
there.
Yeah, I'm a
I'm a,
millennial. You're not a
okay.
millennial anymore. You're
What do
you're
you
not a
mean?
millennial. So you're 1 year younger than me, yes?
I'm like 2 months younger than you. Chill the
But
fuck out, man.
you're born in
Yeah.
you're born in 1996, yes?
Yeah,
Yeah, so you're not a millennial, you're
I mean
Gen
we're at the
Z, I
end.
think.
I mean we're at the end of that the
It
category.
it ended
Uh,
at 1995. So I'm a
oh
millennial,
fuck.
you are 1996, like you're the new generation. You're fucking Gen Z, I think, or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I'm a millennial, you're Gen Z. Like we're
Oh,
even though
damn.
we're 2 months apart, we're
That's fucked up. Yeah.
we're different categories, and I think your generation at some point is gonna look at my generation and be like, okay, millennial. Like, yeah, go fuck yourself. The house market is fucking crashing. Oh, yeah. Fuck you.
Because of you and all
Yeah,
that stuff. Yeah.
but like, yeah. So I feel like at some point, like the Gen Zs are gonna start looking at the or maybe the Gen Xs are gonna start looking at the millennials.
Say okay, my.
Uh,
I mean, wait, is it gonna be like a like a shortening of millennial, because it doesn't sound that well. It doesn't have a commercial.
Millie, I don't know.
Oh, I mean, it doesn't have like a commercial or a marketing sound to it. Like, oh, okay, millennial. Nah, that doesn't sound good. Like, what can, if we're gonna guess, what can they call you guys? Because I'm not a fucking.
I mean, considering the new Gen Z and Gen X generations are like very,
Regen.
they're very as in Britain they're called campy. You know, they're very camp. Camp is like people who talk like this. Oh my god.
Wait, who are you talking about? Gens?
Yeah,
Or-
Gen Z and Gen X. They're much more sensitive, and they're much more like camp. Like they're more they're less traditional man and traditional woman. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I think millennials are the last generation that's kind of still holding on to those types of ideologies because they were taught to us by our parents. You know?
Yeah, we're having an existential crisis.
Yeah,
on
and you guys are kind of like, you know, Gen Z and Gen X are kind of like moving away from that into more socially different kind of like accepting that a man can be more feminine if they want to, and accepting that like not that I don't accept it, but I live by the standard that is a little bit I'm more traditional type of man, right? Not necessarily that I'm gonna beat my wife and you know,
and cheat with your secretary.
yeah, like I'm not gonna beat my wife and like cheat with my secretary and have the job and make her like stay at home and do that. Like I've accepted the fact that the house market and the job market is essentially impossible to live on just one salary at this stage. It's just like it's not happening. So I've accepted the point that, you know, the woman needs to work in order for us to have like a normal life. But and I've also told Jellybean this several fucking times that like if she gets a job where she's getting paid like a very good amount, I have absolutely buttfuck no problem staying at home and being a house husband. Like absolutely not. Like I am fine with that. Leave me at home to fucking play games. I'll clean, I'll cook, and I'll just sit and fucking scratch my ass and play RuneScape all day, dude. 100%. Like no ifs, ands, or fucking buts about it. Like I'm totally down. So I'm.
Oh
like,
wait. Are you really sure about it? Because I have a feeling like men have this sense or desire to strive on something. Like I don't know, to be a provider and all that.
I'll definitely be trying stuff, you know, like maybe doing like crafts at home, like creating like small figurines or something along those lines. Like I'm not gonna be just like a sit there look pretty kind of guy, you know what I mean? I'll try to stream, I'll have a YouTube channel, maybe I'll have a few clients here and there that like send me some work and I do something, or I'll just fucking do stuff for fun, like actually strive to be at something. Maybe I don't fucking know, I'll grow a weed farm or something. Shit, and become a drug dealer.
I mean, yeah.
I'll do something. I'll do something in the house. You know what I mean? Like it won't be nothing, but I am more than happy to just live a life at home and like never, you know, like never have to fucking move.
I wonder how it will be like in the future. In the future generation, since
There he is.
There he is.
There he is.
Сука.
There he is. Oh, блядь.
Сука, блядь.
Oh, блядь.
Я late. Сука, блядь. 1v1.
How are you doing, King? We ended up going on a tangent about fucking
I heard millennials or some shit.
yeah,
Gen Z
millennials,
and-
Gen Z, like the generations and how we're growing and how we're different. So we were just talking until you know you showed up.
Well, back in my day.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, boomer, relax.
Wait, what generation do you belong to?
What is your age category? Are you a millennial or are you a boomer?
Gen X.
Gen X.
Oh, yeah.
Gen X?
I'm old.
Wait, hold on. Gen X.
fuck?
I'm on the younger side of Gen X, though.
Gen X age.
Wait,
Oh,
wait.
okay. So Gen X was before millennials. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So Gen Z is what is from 1996 till 2012.
Oh, damn.
And I don't
But
know
why
what
are
is
you
what
guys-
is the new generation? Is it Gen Y
Gen
or
Y.
something?
Yeah.
It's Alpha, I think.
Generation Al. Well, they're not really that alpha.
Yeah.
I'll be real with you.
I mean,
They growing to be quite.
I mean,
I mean, we went to
every
Z. We got to start again at the beginning.
Okay, so you are like on the younger side of Gen X. I am on the younger side of millennial.
and I'm the oldest side of Gen.
You are the oldest of Gen.
Yeah, Gen Z.
Z.
I even forgot what generation I fucking belong to.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yes. So essentially, it was kind of like just a fun chat. But now, since the real guest is here, we can actually have a little bit of a chat. All right. Well, I guess start by introducing yourself. Who are you? What do you do? What brings you to this place, and why are you carrying a gun? Why do you have a
Oh,
gun in
that's
your?
what
do you have license for that?
because it makes me feel safe.
Okay.
Well, my name is Philippe. I am part of the French Foreign Legion, which is basically I'm a mercenary for the French government. And currently I am residing in Ukraine on a little bit of off time trying to make some money. And why do I carry a gun? Because people try to kill me, so I kill them back.
By the
Like
way, thank
every
you, Crispy,
time,
for the sub. Yeah, go on.
I mean, every time I hear mercenary, I think of assassin. Like when you said, I'm a mercenary.
I mean, that's
for the
basically what he is, except he just has a squad with him.
Yeah.
I'm too big. I'm way too big to be an assassin. You got to be small and scrawny to be an assassin.
Nah,
Not
no. You have to like blend in.
But you're a
Just
fat boy.
Yeah.
Don't always use don't always wear a tie, a red tie and a black suit.
And
So-
shave your hair
But
bald.
I'm already bald. What am I supposed to do?
Oh my god! Do you have like a tattoo of the fucking like barcode
No,
on
I
the back
don't.
of your head?
I-
Oh, you should.
No, he has a
I
QR
don't.
code. He has a QR.
Someone did try to tattoo that on me once when I was drunk, but it didn't end well.
Oh
Huh?
god.
What?
Oh god. We
Tried to
need
fucking what was the barcode they tried to tattoo on me? I think it was for Oreos or something like that.
What?
Totally. What barcode should I fucking like? If I want to put a barcode, chat. If there would be a barcode for me, what would it be? Like a dildo?
No, to your
Or-
OnlyFans.
Jim Beam.
Jim Beam. Some cognac company, maybe. Condoms,
Condoms,
perhaps.
that's-
Yeah. Scan it and it comes up as a 99 cents bananas. There you go. Yeah, I don't know. What
No,
I
but-
wonder what kind of barcode I'd have. But yeah, go on.
But speaking of tattoos, there's a common thing, I believe, at least in the U.S. military, but that they allow like military tattoos on military people. I don't know how to fucking explain it.
I think some, ye old days, like squads would like tattoo the emblem of the squad on themselves, but I'm not sure if they still do that today. Jellybean, your
That
dad's
depend- that-
ex-military. Does he have a
that-
tattoo?
That depends on the squad in current times. Some still do it. Most don't. Most soldiers that I've been with, at least, they do have tattoos, but not necessarily for service. Just from before they went in, or well, once they got during their service.
But don't they need to be very cautious when it comes to tattoos and work in the military too?
Let's put it like this:
I mean, he's French.
no hand
so-
and face tattoos, and nothing that can be visible at first glance. So you can have full sleeve tattoos if you want. You can have it on your body, anywhere. Just don't make it obvious. So basically, nothing that sticks out. Nothing on the face, neck, hands. If you're crazy, dick, but still.
Yeah,
You ever
because
talk to
I've
somebody
heard
with a
that.
dick tattoo?
I have, but it wasn't one of my soldiers.
What did he say? Did it feel good? I really wonder, like, how does it feel? Is it stimulating? Do you need to have
How
a
did-
boner for the entire time of the tattoo?
How did he describe it? He said it felt like getting a blowjob from about 70 bees.
Huh?
Okay, interesting. And does he have to be hard for the entire time of the tattoo?
I
Like
didn't
what?
ask. I didn't
Because-
ask.
because
I
if you're-
went
if you're
away from
limp
that
and you're like-
conversation as quickly as I could.
If you're limp and you're shrivelly, then you're not really gonna get like a proper tattoo. You need to like,
Yeah,
you need to
it
be
gets all
hard. You
stretched
need it to
out.
be like full. Yeah.
But if you want to speak about interesting tattoos like this, I met a guy in the Navy once. We were both drunk, and he said, "I bet you $50 I have your name tattooed on my ass." I thought, the fuck he does. So I went. So I said, "Okay, to the bed." He pulled his pants down. Do you know what he had tattooed on his ass?
What? Your name?
Your name.
Oh, just your name. Oh,
damn.
what a whore.
That was the
he
easiest
tricked
$50
you.
he made, but I got a good laugh out of it.
He tricked
I
you.
mean, I mean, not that surprising because it's in the Navy. Like,
Yeah.
guys taking down pants and showing each other ass. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's okay. Okay, so first off, what made you to join the military in the first place? Like was it like all of a sudden
I think I know the answer he's gonna give.
Uh,
go ahead then.
well, I joined the first time I joined the military was back in Russia. There I joined because, well, I was out of options. I'd just been out of prison, so they take whatever they can get. I did my time there. Then I left because, well, it's Russia and I don't like the cold anymore because I'm getting old. So I moved to France. But, well, I needed money, and the French Foreign Legion always is hiring people, so I just joined them. And, well, they give you a language course. I already knew how to do military shit, so it was just the easiest option. Plus, they pay really well.
Wait, the easiest option to learn French, dude. French is
No,
like
not the easiest option to learn French. The easiest option for someone with my background to make money.
Ah, okay.
Because I didn't have French citizenship and it would have been a pain to apply for it. And I just went through that. 5 years of service and you get your French citizenship. And after that, you can re-enlist.
Oh, damn.
So can I ask how long you've been in the French Legion? Like, you are, I think obviously you've gotten that 5 years down and you've already like gotten that French citizenship, yes?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so can I ask like just a general range of like how long you've been in there?
Should be, if we count next year into it as well, about 20 years.
20 years.
Okay. Okay, so you've been a soldier for quite some time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. He's what you see in the movies, standing next to an Arabian prince and all that stuff.
But sadly, I don't have sadly I don't have a golden AK. I did want one. I almost had one too.
I don't
But
think
they
he
took
can.
it from me.
I don't think they'd allow him to stand next to an Arabian prince. He's probably killed too many of them.
Yeah, instead
Not Arabian princes.
No, but instead you have a golden baguette instead. So
Golden baguette.
some
No,
form of Arabs.
I have a golden croissant. It's right above my bed frame. I have my
Oh god, a croissant.
school diploma, and then next to that I have the golden croissant. And next to that is a picture of me the first time I got shot.
Nice.
Okay,
So-
I'm glad you mentioned that part.
So I call him Caesar. He's his like his genuine name on like his gamer tag, I guess, or his Discord tag is King of the Forgotten. But I call him Caesar because every time I like have a chat with him, it's like, yeah, I was on a mission and I got stabbed. So I'm like, he got stabbed at least enough times to be equivalent to Caesar, I think, at this stage. So I'm
no,
like, cool.
Caesar got stabbed over what, 30 times? I haven't been stabbed 30 times.
Well, I
I'm
mean,
not a magnet.
you've been stabbed like at least 3 times from the day I've known you.
True. I've also been in a coma.
Yeah, so exactly. So you're getting there. You're getting there.
know.
Slowly getting to Caesar status.
I mean, holy shit! You have to be emotionless after going through all that stuff, stabbing, coma, and all that. Like, hey, life can come.
I mean,
You
your
can do
wife
whatever,
must be. Your wife must be emotionless.
Oh, she beats the shit out of me every time.
Like the question is like the first time you got stabbed, she probably worried, sick, and like cried and was
The
like,
second
holy
time
shit.
she was worried, the third time she threw a frying pan at me.
Yeah, and like now she's just like, oh, fucking stabbed again.
Now, if I come home and I have a bandage somewhere that doesn't appear to be a gunshot wound, she just immediately takes out the big cast iron pan, just starts swinging it like a baseball bat. I have gotten really good at dodging.
Well, I mean, makes sense.
Well, eventually she will stab you instead.
I hope not.
Maybe she'll be
Well,
stabbed
then again,
number
I
30.
do have
You know?
a pretty good life insurance.
Even if
It
she
wouldn't be
kills
too
you.
bad for her. I mean, she would have to cover it up. But I don't want to give her ideas.
Yeah, but the question
Oh,
is,
really?
like, if she kills you, like, does your son or daughter get that? Like, get the insurance or something?
Well, my spouse, or my wife in this case, is still alive, so it would be given
Yeah, but
to
she
her.
kills you and then she goes to jail, so I don't know if she would, like, she would get that, would she?
Hypothetically, in game, too,
If she
in Minecraft.
if she got caught, I don't know what it said in the contract, but I think it either goes to my children or my child, or it gets voided because, well, that is kind of fraud because, well, it didn't just happen due to work. She just did it.
I mean, it happened due to work because your wife got angry and she just...
Yeah, but that's not while I was working. That's when I was off the job.
Ah, okay. So you have to be on the job. Like, you have to technically...
It's like if you work with dangerous chemicals
Mm-hmm.
and you die in an explosion at home. That doesn't correlate.
Fair.
I mean, even if you get stabbed, like outside of work, like you're in a bar fight, like, oh, dude, it was not on work.
No, yeah, would they say that if you, like, die in a bar fight or something?
I mean, I don't know. They can be, yeah. I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna say because
I
of
haven't
the French government.
thought about that. Truly, then again, I don't usually go to a lot of bars, and if I do,
Well, it doesn't.
people
need to
there
be a
don't
bar.
stab me because, well, I
Because you're a big guy.
Okay. Interesting.
I mean, how? Okay, so the thing about jobs and all this stuff, like, eventually you get numb of stuff because it happens a lot on your job. When
I mean, that happens
What?
to every job, I feel like, to be fair.
yeah. I mean,
Like-
I've heard like plumbers, like when they see shit coming out of pipe and all that stuff, they
They're just
vomit.
like,
Nurses and
yeah,
all that
nurses,
stuff.
obviously, when, like, somebody
that
shits
blood.
themselves, they vomit the first time. It's like crap.
Yeah,
And, like,
Yeah, and-
it's the same, like, even a designer, the first time, like, one of your advertisements, you know, is on, like, a big fucking billboard or something, you're like, holy shit, you know? But
like-
now it's just, you don't
No,
give a
I
shit.
didn't. I didn't punch Stefan. I didn't. I
Uh,
yelled at him though. I didn't punch him.
No.
I'm not that mean.
No, but what I'm gonna when I ask about specifically is getting hurt. You said that you got shot or
Yes.
or have been shot like yeah. I don't know how many times, but let's talk about the first. Hint,
First
hint.
time you got shot, how did you
Yeah.
feel? Yeah.
Well, first of all, I was scared shitless because, well, you just got shot.
Mm,
I didn't really feel it at first. I felt something warm running down my arm because of the adrenaline rush.
mm,
But after that subsided, and I looked at what it was and saw that it was a hole in my arm, I was very much scared because I didn't know what it hit, and it hurt really bad.
Okay, so
When
it
you
is
realize
it is true that when you do get shot, like you don't feel it at first, but then
Because it's it's the adrenaline. It's you're in think of it in my perspective. You're in a high stress situation, bullets flying all around. All of a sudden, you feel a little like
Nudge.
how should I describe it the best? Like you got punched really hard,
mm,
but you don't have time to look at what it is because if you do, the likelihood of you dying rises. So you just move on.
yeah.
When you get out of the stress situation and your adrenaline calms down, the pain that has been numbed by the adrenaline, well, comes back. And when you look at it and see what it is, well, it just makes it worse because you thought, fuck. How long did I have this? When did it happen? And how bad is it?
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah. Yeah, I can imagine just I don't know to see blood and I don't know like you hear a lot of stuff like oh getting shot and things can be like fatal or anything like
I mean,
what went
you have a similar experience, don't you, Colum? Like the first time your nose bled when somebody like punched you in the face. I mean, you used to do MMA semi-professionally, so at that point, like I guess maybe you don't feel the pain in the fight, but then like after your body kind of cools down, like you kind of feel the pain. And I think at some point you got used to it. Like at first it was like I'm gonna fucking die like from the pain, but then it's just kind of like, oh okay, it'll go away in a couple days.
yeah it happened to me for like in my first MMA fight like I don't know how but my opponent accidentally headbutted me in the temple
Okay.
and I heard it for like a second but like a beep and like beep or something after that but and I didn't mind it because of course adrenaline I have like a guy trying to not really kill me but punch
Attack you, yeah.
yeah attack
Fight
and
you.
all that stuff and after that I felt the pain in my fucking head like I got dizzy it just pulsing pain almost vomiting all that stuff but yeah I
But for you, it's not necessarily deadly. Like for
No.
Caesar, it can be.
Well-
and you don't know. Like maybe it hit his fucking like the
I mean
I
the
mean,
artery
you
in his
can-
hand.
There are recorded times of fighters dying due to fighting in MMA or boxing.
Yeah.
So it can
has
be
happened.
fatal. It's most likely not fatal, but there is still a probability. But
Yeah.
that's a great example for what I just said with the adrenaline.
Yeah.
Because you're in a stress situation, you're fighting, and you don't have time to
Think
focus on that. You have to take care of what's trying to do that again.
But what went through your mind when you realized that you got shot for the first time?
Was it at the end
So
of the
what-
mission? Was it in the middle of the mission? And like when you realized it, when you looked at your hand, like what went through your mind?
I don't know exactly if it's in the middle or at the end of the mission, but it is somewhere in between those times. And when I went to X-Phone, we got out of there. I checked out what was that warm feeling on my hand, took off my glove, and saw that there's blood running all the way down. So I checked my entire arm for what's going on, and then I saw the hole in my clothing and my arm. The first thing that came through my mind was, "Fuck, I'm gonna die."
I love that. That's like the common response to such things. I'm like, fuck.
Fucking, I'm gonna
Fuck
die.
me,
This is it.
I'm sorry, but it's just so funny because I hear that so fucking often when things are like going bad and shit like that. And it's like, fuck. That's gonna be like anyone's last words before.
Well, I
before
didn't say that. I
No,
thought.
but it just but it's so funny, but because that's like the common thing. What like of what I've heard, like it's just fuck, man.
Well, yeah. How would you respond in that situation?
Yikers. I was
Oh, jeebies.
sound like Ned Flanders.
What is her name?
You look
Bulma.
at your squad mate and just say, "It appears I have made a whoopsie doodle."
That would be fucking great. Sound like Ned Flanders.
They will look at you and say, "What the
Conrad?
fuck did you smoke?"
Whoopsie doodle. That would be fucking great. Oh my god. Like, but compared to the first one, and the last time you got shot, like how was it for you then? The last
like
time you
now,
got shot.
you know, compare the first time and like the most recent time. How
It still hurt. It still hurts, but if something happens often enough, or you get hurt often enough, your pain tolerance will rise. So things that used to hurt you won't hurt as much or won't hurt at all anymore.
well, yeah.
It still hurt a lot, but not as bad as the first time.
And what about like your mental? Like, how about mentally? Like, did you still have the whole fuck?
Mentally, it fucks you because you look at where you've been shot and just think, if it was
2
a
inches
second
to the left.
or sooner or a second later, I would be dead.
Yeah. But does the adrenaline still kind of like? Do you at least know when you get shot this time, or do you still like wait for
You always know when you get shot because, well, you feel something warm running down your body, which is your blood, and you feel the impact, which is like.
Well, I mean,
what's
the
the best
first
way?
time you didn't know you got shot. You basically just like you ran, and then you looked at your arm, and you're like, "Fuck," right?
I didn't know I was shot. I knew I was hit. Something hit me. That's
Yeah.
what I knew. I didn't know what it was. Could have been a small piece of rock or something else. But
Yeah. So now
Now
you
if-
know. Like now, anytime you get shot, you're like, "Yeah, I've been shot." Like you know for a fact that was a
it
gunshot.
has this. How should I put it? It has this very specific sensation of being shot. And the
you
first time
describe
you
that?
don't know what it is. The second time you kind of get a feeling for it, and if it happens more often, you know exactly what it is.
Could you describe that sensation?
I don't know. Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Would it be possible to describe? Do you feel like it's something you can describe in mundane?
Have you seen Forrest Gump?
Forrest Gump? No.
Yeah, a long time ago. But
The scene in Vietnam where he's carrying a soldier on his back, and then all of a sudden he gets shot in the ass and says, "Something jumped up and bit me." That's basically how it is.
Okay, and how big would you feel? Like, is it like a squirrel bite kind of deal?
No.
Like, how big is that bite?
It depends. It also that has multiple factors. It depends on the caliber. It depends on the distance
Distance.
and everything.
How far it is from the shot was taken. Bullets
Okay.
slow down with time.
Yeah, true. Because of the resistance.
Say about what could it It would be about the force of a medium to large-sized dog.
Okay,
Damn,
interesting.
that's a fucking bite.
If it was a blooming bullet, an exploding one, solid, etc. Yeah, yeah. Obviously.
It all
I'm just
depends on the
talking
make
like
and model.
standard. I'm just talking like standard, you know, either M16 or AK bullet, which is like I guess what you would usually fight. Or do you like what is the most common gun you fought against, I guess, is my question.
AKs.
AKs, yeah. So yeah, that's like I guess that's what I'm kind of like I don't think they like in the poorer countries they fucking like just use incendiary rounds or like
That all also depends on who's supplying them. There you can fight against small cells that have just a bare kit, rudimentary body armor, basic weapons. But if you fight against an organized force, they can have some top tier stuff.
okay.
Like, I've fought against people who are still using weapons from the First and Second World War.
Oh yeah, that's about most Arab nations to be fair. It sounds about
You
like
don't
most every
you don't know how confused I was when I went past the body and saw he was holding an MP40. I was like, did I stumble onto a movie set? What the fuck is going on?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Maybe not. Huh. Okay. Wait. Stumbling, like, well, not really stumbling on a pile of corpses, but like after a crossfire or a
Gunfight.
shooter, yeah, gunfight. How is it? Like after the gunfight. I don't know. I don't know how to ask specifically, but because you mentioned, oh, when you see bodies, and then you see like MP40s, like what I interest is like what goes through your mind, or what went through your mind, like normally, and I always like interest the first time compared your recent one.
Like what goes through your mind after the gunfight while you're looking through the corpses and while you're looking
Well, the first time I start with that because, well, that's the most interesting. The first time is always the most difficult because, well, it's the first time you most likely have killed someone,
through.
and then you walk through what was the gunfight and you look around and see the dead bodies of humans and animals that got clipped in the crossfire. Your mind just races thinking about they had families. They were like me, but I just got lucky.
Yeah.
Things like that. But after a while, you get desensitized to it. Like now, I just
Get
go
wrecked.
through. No.
You just spit on them and you're like, get wrecked, scrub.
Teabagging on not
GG,
my
I
bad.
have, I have a special button on my radio that plays the MLG sound every time I shoot a bullet. No, but I'm basically desensitized. It's just a lump of meat lying on the ground.
Yeah, I mean it's so crazy, like how you get desensitized on things like that, from a normal citizen's perspective.
Yeah.
Because like, oh damn, you just took a fucking life, or
I mean,
things like that.
You could say the same thing about MMA.
Yeah,
The first time you get punched, it's different than after you got used to it.
yeah.
The first
that's
time you
true.
punch somebody in the face is different as well. You're like, the first time you punch someone, you're like, holy shit, are you okay? And the
It
second,
was like, oh damn.
yeah, that was, I hit you pretty hard there. Damn, you all right?
Is your nose supposed to bend that way?
Who?
Who?
There was a rhetorical. There was a joke. Puncher gonna
Wait.
ask, is your nose supposed to bend that way?"
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. I was like, I thought that was like a serious question,
Yeah.
but I didn't hear it.
No,
But yeah,
no, no, no.
yeah, like
Fair.
you have something on your forehead or on your forehead. It's bleeding and all that stuff. Was that before?
Yeah.
Was that
So-
me? Like Steve?
Why do you have
Did I do
marmalade
that?
on your face?
So I have one question that's interesting. I think.
I have 3 answers.
Did you know your first kill?
No.
Like, I imagine myself, like, let's say I get, like, when I was in Ukraine, let's say I got fucking conscripted or whatever the fuck, and like I said, I feel like I would be behind a fucking wall, taking the gun out and just shooting fucking randomly. Like, I wouldn't even be peeking my eye in order to see what I'm shooting at. Like, that's how scared
That's
I would
illegal.
be. I
That's
know,
illegal. You're
but
not
I
allowed
would
to
be
do that.
so fucking scared that I wouldn't want
Oh,
to
I
like
know.
come out of the wall. So like I imagine it in this way, like, did you do that? I know it's illegal, but like that's your sense of preservation as a human being.
I did look down the scope,
Okay.
and I saw the face. The face of my first haunted me for a good year and a half.
Okay.
But I didn't know him personally.
No, I'm not. The question
No, but
was
I did.
the question wasn't did you know him personally? Obviously, you probably didn't. Otherwise, you
Yes.
wouldn't be fighting. But like, did
Wouldn't
you
either.
know? Like, did you see who your first kill was, or were you just like, or did you probably like get your first kill and you didn't even know who the fuck that guy was,
Well,
or what
in
he
the moment,
looked like?
again, it's the adrenaline. It's a high stress situation. I saw the face, but I didn't register it at the moment. I pulled the trigger, he's gone. Then I just went on because I can't waste time on it right now. I have to continue doing what I have to do to survive.
Yeah, but then when you had the time,
But
to, like, think-
afterwards, the face came back to me, and well, yeah, it haunted me for a good time until it just stopped.
Hmm.
Before we continue, I want to ask, like, if it's okay for you to talk about this stuff. Like, can it be like a bit rough for you, or?
Nah, I like telling these stories. First of
okay.
all, because if people are interested in it, I can tell them. I can tell them the good, and I can tell them the bad.
Mm.
Plus, it reminds me of my youth a little bit, back when I was young and dumb. Now I'm just dumb.
yeah, yeah, killing people. No,
But I get
no.
paid pretty well, so
Yeah,
it evens it
I-
out.
yeah, of course. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure because I've heard, like I don't know, but just as you told, as you just said, that when you saw the face, it haunted you, and I was like, yeah, I don't know if I can like continue on that path or something like that.
I mean, you should be
You're
able
good.
to. I don't think he
can
gets-
ask the questions.
I don't think he gets
Yeah,
in
but I don't
trouble.
know.
I trust Caesar enough to know that like I can ask him the question and he could just kind of go like, "Nah, dude, like I can't answer that one."
Okay.
Well, I wouldn't say I can't answer that one. I give you rough details,
Yeah.
but nothing concrete.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
nothing can
Like
be traced back to me.
you would basically like, you know, cover your tracks enough. So like I can ask you any
Yeah.
question that I want. It's just you would decide what information to give me and what information to remove. And if you completely cannot talk about it, then you're like, yeah, I can't answer that.
Mm.
So for example, I
Exactly.
can be like, what's your full name? You're gonna be like, I can't answer that.
Due to state secrecy, I cannot tell you. But if I did, I'd have
What
to kill you.
what tattoos do you have that identify you?
Right, exactly.
I have an elephant tattoo right above my dick, so when I swing it around, it looks like a trunk.
Nice. Now fucking find a whorehouse somewhere in like the area.
Nah, my wife will literally kill me.
Uh,
okay. Okay. What was I with the questions? So you said that it haunted you. Like how, how did it affect your daily life after that? Like were you unable to sleep, eat, or
For
talk,
the
or
first few days, it was difficult to keep food down. I forced myself to eat because, well, you need. I was still in the combat area, so I
Mm.
need to have. I need to be able to do my work, but
Did your commander
when
make
I
fun of you like
slept,
stop being
he
a pussy?
when I slept, he appeared in my dreams, just looking at me with a bullet wound I put on him.
Hmm.
And every dream I had, he came a little closer until one day he was right in my face. And after that, I didn't see him in my dreams anymore, but sometimes during certain situations, could swear I could see something in my peripheral vision, and when I looked over, there was nothing there. So I believed he still had a part in that. So he was still there, just not in my dreams, just constantly outside of my view.
I guess.
is it? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I guess in that sense, my question: do you believe in superstitions? Do you are you superstitious as a person? Would you say that like you believe in like ghosts or people haunting you or people like beyond the grave type of thing? Because I know a lot of like Slavic people are very superstitious, so maybe.
Well, I do pray every time before I go into battle,
Okay.
and I
That's
do pray
religious.
afterwards to try and cleanse my dirty soul. But the first one that I just told you about, he made me believe that he was still there watching me, seeing what I'm doing and just judging.
Okay.
But
That's
then
fucking creepy.
but then
So-
after a while, I didn't feel his presence anymore. Like he moved on.
He forgave you. Nah.
He
forgave you.
didn't forgive me. He wouldn't forgive me.
No, no, I'm sorry for making jokes, man. It's just, I don't know.
You can make jokes. I'm not mad about
Like,
that.
I can't win over my intrusive thoughts, man. When it comes to this stuff.
I'm not
But,
mad. It helps brighten up the mood.
of course. But I know people. But I know like people like
Nah,
that.
he's good. He can
I've
take a
heard,
joke.
I know.
I've been around military people all my life. I've heard worse jokes than that on
Yeah,
a daily basis. You can throw
Yeah, I
out whatever you
I
want.
believe you. I believe my jokes are like very mild compared to what you heard, but I just know as citizen, I know some citizens people will be like, "What the fuck are you? What the fuck is that? Shut the fuck up!" No, but
I
like,
really like dark humor, especially humor
oh,
like
dude,
this,
dude,
because
it's the best.
it keeps things grounded.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the understanding that it's like absurd or it's like over the top, that's what makes it funny. Like the fact that you understand that it's over the top and like you just laugh at it knowing that it's just a joke. Yeah. Back to the talk about like Gen Z kids these days, man. They don't understand. They
Back
can't
in my
take a
day, I
joke.
had to plow the fields with a single sickle in one day. I didn't give a shit about it.
And now these youngsters have AI machines or something like
Yeah,
that.
that tell them that they're great and
These
they
youngins
deserve.
today, they don't know the trouble of trying to shave with a rusted butter knife. They got their
Before-
fancy beard machines.
Before we
Hey,
have
hey, look, I
Mexicans
can't
and
give
stuff.
away I can't give up my fucking shaving machine, dude. That thing is a
I have
fucking
a-
godsend.
I have I have a beard as well. It's the only hair I have on my head except my eyebrows, so I take good care of it. I
So
don't have.
you're shaved down there too.
Well, of course.
Damn. Hey, happy
I
marriage.
don't like a jungle. Uh, I have an electrical razor which I use to trim the beard just the way I want it, but mostly I use a shaving knife. You know, like the ones you see in old barber shops,
Yeah.
the thing you flip open. Yeah, I usually use that.
No chance that's coming anywhere near my dick. Like,
And I don't use that there. No,
Okay.
that shit is sharp as hell.
you know those knives that they used to like shave your beard, and if like that knife that they open up and then they like really use it to like mark your
Exactly.
beard columna.
Sweeney Todd shit.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I've used that for my beard. I can show you 1 second.
Who the fuck is Sweeney Todd? I have to look up like
Sweeney
names and all.
Todd?
It's a
Dude.
movie if I remember correctly.
Dude, when it comes
Sweeney
to
Todd
names
is
or
like a
celebrity
fucking
or-
movie by
Scissorhands. Yeah, okay, cool.
No, not Scissorhands.
No,
It's similar to Scissorhands.
it's the guy who played Scissorhands. I
Yeah, it's
think,
Johnny
but
Depp.
not Scissorhands.
Yeah,
So
that's all I needed to know.
wait, no, I'm gonna show you the knife.
Yeah,
These knives,
that they,
Columna,
like,
hold on.
fold.
Oh, a knife. This is a knife.
This knife.
Yeah, that they fold.
Yeah.
Like some and all that stuff.
What the fuck happened?
I know.
Why is my thing frozen?
Oh,
Oh,
damn.
okay, never mind. Everything's working. But yeah, it's that type of knife. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah,
I mean-
I used to have one of those. I don't have it now, but I used to. These
mean,
are my friends. See how they glisten. Yes, I love.
I mean,
Sweeney
every
Todd.
time I go to a barber and ask for a trim or something like that, and when they pull that up, that thing,
Yeah.
I feel like, oh, this is like a luxury treatment.
Oh,
for
it's
some
just
fucking-
it's just really old.
I
Have you
wouldn't
never
call
seen
it
Sweeney
luxury
Todd?
treatment.
We should watch it together. Like, you know,
I haven't seen, no.
I'll probably stream Sweeney Todd in the Discord. It's actually one of the greatest movies of all time, in my opinion. It's like
No, I haven't seen it.
kind of you should join us. I'll host it and I'll make sure like you're able to come.
Oh, perfect.
But genuinely, like you should watch it. I think it's such a good one.
But isn't it like a musical, like the whole movie?
There are songs in it. It's not a musical though. It's more of
Ah, okay.
like a drama, serial killer kind of like this type of thing. But there are songs in it.
Yes.
And the characters do kind of like break into songs.
Mm-hmm.
So it is kind of a
Don't forget the
musical.
cannibalism. Cannibalism is very important. in
Yes. So why would you gotta go spoil it, huh? He didn't watch it. We're trying not to
that. Well,
spoil.
I'm just giving them a small
But
interesting fact.
it's a good movie.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And the
Um,
songs are fucking also greatest of all time. Yeah.
Alright, cool. I look forward to it. So back to the topic. Your ghost. Like how did you get, I won't say like get over it, but I don't know if that's like the correct term. Like how did you process it where he like eventually start to disappear for you?
When I got more used to killing,
Yeah, I guess the next question I was going to ask was
the faces just more,
just all turned into a
the
jumble.
faces
Crowded.
just get jumbled together.
Yeah, I guess my question before Columna asked was, you know, how many people did you kill by the time that this guy kind of like went away?
I don't know.
And did you have the
If
same
you-
reaction the second time or the third time? Did you have the same, like, did you see the other people's faces as well?
The first one stuck around the longest. The first, I'll say the first 10 are the ones that stick around. The first one sticks around the longest, and then it gets progressively shorter.
Hmm.
And the 10th one just stuck around about a week, two, then he went away. After that, no one has appeared ever again.
Fair.
Damn.
You barely even see them as faces. It's like a game of Call of Duty for you.
Yeah.
You know, just fucking
They're just
kill a guy and
they're
then go
just lumps
teabag.
They're just meat sacks.
Yeah.
That's all they are.
Yeah.
Oh man. So okay, how do you say this? So as a military guy or a mercenary, you get stationed in different places. I guess. And in countries too and all that stuff. Like how long are you usually away and stay at the base or do stuff?
That always depends on where you're deployed and what you have to do during your deployment.
Mm.
But it's always it's always counted in months. Like I'd say the norm is about 5 to 8 months.
Oh, long.
Stationed in
Okay,
one
so
place.
you don't just go somewhere, do like a quick, overnight mission and just.
It's not Call of Duty. It's not a Call
I
of
mean,
Duty
you
campaign.
could literally like wasn't like the killing of Osama bin Laden like an overnight? They just
I
went
think-
they just went down by
they would've-
helicopter,
they-
took
they-
over the fucking complex, and just pissed off.
I think they got
The,
it.
the mission might have been a one-day thing, but the planning and everything else that
Preparation,
went
all that
into
stuff.
that took its time.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I understand.
I'd say that they would have been in country for at least a week, maybe 2.
Mm. So when it comes to these missions or stuff like that, do you have to gather intel or scout or
No.
do
No.
something preparation?
Obviously, they'd have
Well,
like, scouts.
I don't know.
Scouting is,
I don't know.
Scouting is relative in this case. We get a general rundown of the mission, of what we have to do, where it is, and what to expect in general,
Mm.
and a rough scouting report of when the intel was taken.
Mm.
And then you have to do. You basically scout again while you're on mission. Just send a couple of guys forward to check out the situation. They come back, report to you, and then you come up with alterations to the previously established plan you're going to do. Let's say in the intel you were told that there are 3 people at this outpost standing guard outside. You send you send a few guys forward, they come back and they say there are now 6 guys standing outside doing patrol. Then you take a look at what they said you had to do to take care of the 3 guys, and then you do alterations so that you can take out the 6 that are there in the quickest, most efficient and quiet way, if you have to be quiet, ways possible. If not, you still come up with a plan, but it takes a little less finesse. Like if you have to stay quiet, you have to find a way to take out the people close to each other so that the others don't hear. Even if you have suppressors on your weapon, they're still fucking loud.
Oh
Yeah.
So
That's a misconception
So-
about like suppressors that like I
Yeah.
know that basically no, they're still fucking loud. Like people will
they're
fucking hear that
quieter
shit.
than they're quieter than before, but
They're still
they're
very
still
loud.
Yeah,
you'll still be
something.
heard.
Yeah.
It's
But-
different if you're in a war zone where guns are going off everywhere because, well, it makes it easier to get drowned out. But in general, they're still loud. So you have to find a way to take care of the guys as fast as possible without without making too much noise. Let's put it like that. So if you can
Yeah.
take someone out quietly, you do that. But
I mean, how do you go
If
about
not-
something like that? Like in a quiet scenario where no fighting is happening, no war zone, nothing like that. It's like, yeah, maybe there is a war in the country or something, but in the area that you're in, there's not necessarily a war zone.
Stabbing. from
Like
height.
how Yeah, but to get there, like to actually get behind someone, like people are very, like it's not like Assassin's Creed where the guy just
No, no.
continues like literally like I in Ukraine I could spot a mouse with like the fucking side of my eye just like skittering along, so I could imagine like a huge guy behind you just like slowly coming towards you to stab you in the neck. Like I feel like that's fairly easy to spot.
Close quarters combat is usually reserved as a last
resort.
Because why would you use a knife or your hands if you have a gun?
Yeah, of course.
But that gun makes noise.
Noise.
That is true, but if it's life or death, you don't care about the noise. You just care about you surviving and the other guy not.
Sure, but I guess if the guy didn't spot you, like what's the ideal situation here? Like how do you take someone out without noise?
It all depends on the situation.
Yeah.
Most of if it's a war zone where big explosions and everything happen, you can use your weapon with a silencer. You just have to wait for a moment when you hear a barrage getting fired off and just shoot during that so it gets drowned out in that. Or wait for a big explosion and do it then, because that also drowns it out. But if it's dead quiet, then it gets difficult. Then you do a little bit more scouting, like for example with the 6 guys, you scout ahead and see it's only those 6 that are on the checkpoint, let's call it. They're just all in one place at one time, talking, smoking, doing something. In a case like that, you have to be fast and precise. So all the guys in your squad ready up and just let loose. And I don't mean they start shooting willy-nilly. You basically pick a target with everyone else, and then you just focus on that target. You take it out as fast as possible. And if anyone is still standing at the end of it, you all converge on that target and take it out as fast as you can, so it doesn't alert the rest of the targets.
Quick thinking in those situations like that.
Right.
You have to be able to think quickly. If you take,
Of course,
a split-second decision can be either life or death. So
Yeah.
you have to be able to make quick decisions if necessary.
So I'm gonna sound extremely stupid now. Okay, maybe not, but
As
you know,
always.
like from Call of Duty. Okay.
This is turning out great.
It's turning out great, man. Go ahead, continue.
No, I think
Continue
the
with your
question was that
Continue with your dumbass question.
I know. There they use a specific thing like called an infrared laser, and if you put on like specific glasses, you'll be able to see it, but others don't. Is that a thing that is actually used, or
It
Not really.
exists, yes, but not in the way Call of Duty portrays it. Not every soldier has it, and not every soldier will ever have it. It's because it's a very expensive equipment, plus the goggles, which is also very expensive and can be a hindrance at some points. And you won't see a regular foot soldier running around with high-tech gear like that. You have good gear, but not that level of gear.
Yeah.
okay? Because like I'd imagine that like you use it to kind of like, okay, we're going for this target. You know, like how do you communicate? Is it you can't communicate through walkie-talkie, but I guess the walkie-talkie could have like a little earpiece for you to like be able to hear. How do you communicate in these situations with your guys?
It's put like this: if you are not allowed to talk, there are hand signals. Like you've seen movies where the guy puts up his fist, everyone stops, and he does a hand motion saying "go there" and that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically like this. If you can talk, and you're all close with each other, you just speak normally. Or if you're spread apart, then you use your radio.
Okay. But how do you like pinpoint the target from far away? You're like this guy. Like we're going for that guy or something.
Well,
or like we're going towards that building? Like, how do you specify stuff? If you're like in a situation where you're not alone, but you are like able to look at each other, how do you like pinpoint a building, or like that's the target, or that's where you're going, or?
Well, that's also on also depends on what I just said. If you can't talk, you do a hand motion says that building.
Okay, I guess.
Can talk, you say we go to the building with the red exterior. And the same goes for radio.
Okay.
The thing with the hands, communication with the hand, is that a quote unquote general language, or does it differ between nations or?
There are general commands like for the stop is the put your fist up, go that way is pointing in that direction, and stuff like that. It's mostly general.
But specific armies would have like different ones so that others can't read them, I guess.
You're not using sign language per se.
No,
it's
no.
It's basic commands, basically, like go there, stop, fire there, stuff like that.
And how many? Okay, in a rough estimates, like how many commands are there? With the languages.
Like in general, how many commands do you need to kind of like learn in order to be on the field? I assume it's something you learn. Like you actually go through something like a course or something to learn.
I wouldn't call it a course. It's more like learning on the job or learning from the veterans. They tell you if I do this signal, it means that. If I do that signal, it means this. Stuff like that. It's not a whole course where you sit down on a chair and say you put up this sign when you have to do that and everything like that. That's not how it works.
Oh, okay. So it's learning while training, essentially.
Basically.
Yeah.
You get taught the basics like stop, reach, and go that way during your training, but everything else you get taught by where you are, in which squad you're deployed, because everyone uses a different hand signal that means the same thing but in different situations.
Yeah. I want to get back to the segment about video games. I know, but since you
this
have
is our
with...
experience. Like this is what we know essentially.
But also like relates to me for a bit. It just you have lived the real experience in gunfight warfare and all that stuff. And how is it like how do you experience when you see video games or even movies when they like portray how things go by in military like process or in a mission or something? I don't know how to describe.
I guess the question is that how do you, like, for example, when a doctor says somebody doing like really wrong CPR, they get like offended, like what the fuck? Like, no, you have to do it this way, or like, you know, forensics is another thing that's in video games that people
I personally don't get offended by it because, well, you have to make it interesting. You have to make it interesting for the audience. If
I'm not saying offended, but I'm saying like
you have to make it interesting for the people who are going to enjoy the media. Basically, in movies, you can't just have a movie where you follow a guy around base and he goes out for deployment and it's like he's sitting behind cover for 30 minutes, then he moves up slowly, sits behind cover another 30 minutes, and then the movie's over after at 3 hours when he's moved like 15 feet, and that's just done.
Yeah, I understand that, but
you have to put a little bit of Hollywood magic in there, so they're going to be running and gunning, explosions everywhere, gunfire, pulling out a knife and stabbing a guy.
No, I have experience with forensics myself, So whenever I do see forensics in movies, I'm like, that is impossible. You cannot do that. You know what I mean? Like you don't fucking do that.
Yeah,
But like they do. But like, do
I
you
can
ever get that?
nitpick.
Yeah.
I can nitpick.
Yeah.
But when I watch movies, I mostly watch it with family or with other guys in my squad. And when I see that with the family, I don't say anything because, well, they don't know what it is and they don't really care about it. With my squad mates, on the other hand, I make jokes about it because, like, so when there's a sniper over there, all we have to do is just run in a straight line and he won't shoot us. Got it.
No.
I understand. Perfect. Yeah, that's how we'll do it in the future.
No.
Have you ever
no.
dealt with snipers actually?
I have, but I didn't take him out. That was a different squad. We got pinned down by a sniper, and he basically made that little hovel that we were in our only bastion, because if we moved around too much, he would send off a shot just at our general location, and he would just shoot into the hovel randomly at some points, hoping he would hit something. And we called it in, and about 45 minutes after we called in, we got a call back saying target eliminated, and then we went on with our job.
So is it as scary? Is it just like you're you're doing your mission and then suddenly like you hear a fucking bullet just like fly past or like hit the ground or something? You're like, sniper, and just fucking all hide. Is it as scary? Like, I would be fucking terrified of a sniper.
Well, let's put it like this: if it's a combat zone, shots are getting fired off anywhere. A sniper has a distinctive ring to it. So you hear a loud. You depends on the distance. You can hear the loud bang, and then you hear the snap of the bullet hitting something near you, or you hear the snap of the bullet, then you hear the gunshot, depending on the distance between you and the sniper. But mostly it is when you hear a snap, you automatically go into cover because you don't know where it came from most of the time, and it's just the basic response. Someone is shooting at me. I don't know where they are. Let me hide and assess the situation, see where they are, and take care of it.
Okay. So what kind of roles are there in the military? I'm not talking about ranks, but since we're in the topic of like snipers, like you're a mercenary, and then there are snipers, and then they're like. What are they like lowest rank? No, not.
I would say in
soldier
the
or
roles that you're assigned.
I guess what
in
he's
your
asking
squad,
about is like a specialty. What specialties are there?
Yeah.
Well, there's the breacher, which is the guy who cracks open the doors and basically opens up the path so you can go in. Then you got the guy who got the sniper who's specialized in taking care of targets from long distance. Then you got the regular rifleman, which is just your average Joe with a gun running around shooting people. You got demolitions people who throw grenades everywhere. You got people with MGs and stuff like that. It all depends on the situation, and it all depends on the mission. What type of equipment you bring, depending if, let's put it like this: if you have open fields, so like wide open fields, you bring a sniper because he can cover a large area at once. But if you have more urban warfare in houses and everything like that, you bring a breacher because you have to go into buildings, out of buildings, and you have to clear rooms depending on what's going on. So if you have to go into a building, he's the guy at the front opening the door, and then the guy behind him starts rushing in. But he's the last one in. No, not the last one. The last one is the squad leader, but still.
So I guess
He's the second to last.
I'm thinking of like a tier list of the most frightening specialties.
frightening. Yeah.
That depends on the that also depends on where you're fighting.
Again, like if you're in an
machine
urban
gunner-
area, you wouldn't care about a sniper because like there's so many walls to hide behind that like it's only one
that
specific
is true,
street
but it's
that's
also
covered by
but
that
let's put,
sniper.
let me put it like this: the sniper in an open field is very dangerous because you have nowhere to hide. He can see you. He will most likely get you if you do something wrong. Urban warfare snipers are not as scary, but they're still scary because there are buildings everywhere. You don't know where he's hiding, and he's just sending off pot shots.
Yeah.
In general,
So-
I'm
Let's say
in an open field. The two roles I'm most afraid of are the snipers and the machine gunner, because the sniper will take you on, it will pick you off, and the machine gunner will send so many bullets your way so fast that it's going to be very difficult for you to find a way to stop it.
yeah, and doesn't machine gunner like tear down your defense too? So eventually your defense is like destroyed. So you're like out in the open, or how?
Like I guess if you're hiding behind a wall, does it like it kind of decimates that wall
Yeah.
essentially?
That depends on the material the wall is made out of.
Oh damn! All these fucking depends and all that. shit.
Well, I mean, yeah,
It's
obviously.
I know.
Life is a series of coincidences.
Of course.
So if you're lucky, you get a strong metal beam, a large metal beam, or a very thick and wide concrete wall which will absorb the bullets. If you're not so lucky, you get a small, basically how, like in. Okay, let's put it like this: like in Call of Duty, you see a small
He's speaking
concrete
our
walls
language.
about is quite thick but not very thick, and if you shoot it enough, the concrete will start falling off because, well, it gets broken from the impact.
Yeah.
And basically like that. It all depends on the material. If you have a thick wall, you won't get hurt. If you have a small thin one, you will get hurt pretty fast.
Yeah, because they go through, right? Or...
So
Depends on the material. If you hide behind cardboard, you're going to get shot very much. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So here's the question: run or hide behind like some really shitty material? Which one is better? Because I'd imagine the material, at least they can't see you, so they're like Hail Marying. So if you like just kind of duck and cover onto the floor, you might be able to kind of like avoid some bullets.
Let me put it
So
like
which
this.
one is it?
If
Run
you're
or
getting
hide?
if you're getting shot at, you're going to run it regardless. But you're going to want to go to the nearest cover you have, even if it's a bad one. You're going to duck behind it, and then you're going to continue moving. You don't sit behind it. You continue moving until the
Yeah.
end of the cover, and then they don't know where exactly in the cover you are, so they're
But
going to be
isn't that-
scanning around.
Isn't that the assumption that you're gonna continue moving? So wouldn't you like lying still be a better option?
No, because they're going to continue firing, but at some point, if they have either exhausted the bullets or realized I can't get through that, now I have to wait and see where he peeks out. So you move in a continuous line to the end of the cover, so that he doesn't focus his fire at one point. So you get the damage to the cover gets spread out evenly. At some point, he's going to stop shooting, either because he's out of bullets, the barrel has overheated from his gun, depending on what weapon he uses, or he just stops shooting because he doesn't need to waste ammo and you're stuck there. In a situation like this, you can either radio in what's happening, or throw a flashbang so you can distract him, or you can try and pick him off. The last one is very dangerous, and you have to make sure you're out of his direct line of sight. Basically, you have to get the split second where he looks away, and you can get him in that moment. Because if he looks at you,
You're fucked.
you're Swiss cheese.
Okay, so you mentioned flashbangs. I have two questions, but you mentioned flashbangs, and I'm like, how effective are those?
They
Actually,
hurt a lot.
like I
they
feel
are
like they're only effective like
quite-
really close by.
No.
Damn.
The flash effect is not as strong if you're further away,
Okay.
but if you're in the same room where it's going off, you're basically completely blind for a couple of seconds because it's bright light. But the
Okay, so
explosion
what it
is going to make it hard for you to hear even another
So
room
your ears
over.
are going to be ringing as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn.
So it's literally just like you shine a fucking really bright light in their eye, and they're like, "What the shit?" Like they just have stars in their eyes for like a few seconds. Is that what it is?
The flashbang is there to disorientate the opponent. It's not there to kill someone. I mean,
Yeah.
you can kill someone with it if they're close enough when it explodes, but
Shrapnel can.
it's
do that,
mostly
Yeah.
it's mostly just for.
Yeah, I
Stunning.
was actually
Yeah,
like
stunning.
curious, like as a question for me, like how actually effective is it? Like because
It-
in
it's-
Counter
it-
Strike you fucking throw it and then like your screen goes white and your ears ring and you can't hear shit. Like is that true?
That's
Or-
basically it. Yes.
Okay,
Hmm.
fair enough. And my second question is that for example when we're playing games, look, stop laughing at me, man. All right, this.
I love that you keep using
Because
keep-
that's
keep
like
using
okay, look,
games,
I've
and I know.
went through war in my life in Ukraine, but I didn't fight. I've never fought.
know.
So I can't I never fought in Ukraine. I definitely escaped some gunfire, and I definitely, I was in dangerous situations, but I wasn't fighting, and I didn't have flashbangs thrown at me. Like, what
I
the
know.
fuck would they?
I know you were running like a
Well,
bitch.
flashbangs aren't thrown in open field. They're used to
Yeah.
clear rooms, basically.
Yeah, yeah.
You see it in movies where people crack open a door, throw in a flashbang, wait until it explodes, then they kick the door and take out
Yeah.
everyone that's inside.
Yeah. So, with the flashbang, let's say, for example, if you hide under cover, you're not blinded.
You may not be blind, but you're going to be deaf.
Okay, cool. Fair enough. So it is
Does
like
it,
cover helps with the flashbang.
It helps against the blinding effect, yes, but
Okay.
your ears are still going to be ringing.
I get. What if you plug your
Loud.
ears? Like,
Yeah,
what if
yeah,
you what
yeah,
if you
that
actually
was
just
my
put your thumbs in there? Like how?
Yeah, but here's the thing. Why would you do that?
I mean, it's a
You
flashbang,
don't
aren't
know
it?
the flashbang was thrown. The flashbang explodes basically.
Don't you
yeah.
hear it? Like ding ding ding. Like it just fucking like.
It doesn't go
hits the floor?
ding ding ding. It gets pulled. The pin is released. It gets thrown, and about half to a second later, when it's in the room, it's going to explode. So you hear ting 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 in the
In
room
video
you're
game.
in.
You don't have
for
enough
example,
time to fucking go undercover.
You heard ting ting. Let's put it with your game. You hear ting ting ting, and all of a sudden you think something's in this room. I don't know what it is. Let me drop my weapon and put my thumbs in my ears so I don't hear it. Let me make myself even more vulnerable.
Fair.
Basically saying, I'm here. Shoot me.
Okay. Fair.
True.
Fair.
Oh man.
But does it
Uh,
work? Does
I mean,
regardless?
hypothetically.
Let's
I
let's
haven't
hypothetically
tried
you see it.
I haven't tried it. I probably won't try it, so I can't give you anything on that.
Like for instance, you and your military buddies are gonna prank on someone, and then you throw
I'll
a
tell you
flashbang
this
and-
much: if they
and-
pull that
and
prank on
other-
me, I will beat their ass. I will beat their ass. I don't care. You pull that prank on me, I will whoop your ass.
Speaking of pranks,
Okay, so I guess I wanted to ask another question before.
okay, cool.
Also, Karyim Z, welcome in. How you doing? The question that I wanted to ask is, that's why I was saying, like in games, for example, in games you can tell by just the sound what weapon the person, like, you know, the enemy has. So, for example, let's say I'm playing like Apex Legends or something, right? I can tell, like, for example, who has even a specific type of shotgun. Like, I can tell you what the model is, essentially, from just the sound, from just hearing like a fight in the other direction. I'm like, oh, this guy has like a mastiff and like some other type of shot, like some like a Kraber or something. Like I can tell just by the sound that it makes. Is that something
So
that
your
you're
question
able
is,
to
can
do?
I identify weapons by their sound?
Yes.
Weapons do have a distinctive sound, that is true. But it's difficult to describe it unless you've actually heard it. So let me just put it as, yes, weapons have a different sound. But in combat, you don't really listen to it. You can hear distinctive weapons, like the ring of a 50 cal is very distinctive, or the sound of a machine gun. But if you hear regular machine gun fire, basically assault rifle fire, you don't care about that. You know, you listen, you hear out for special type of weapons, like sniper rifles, MGs, grenade launchers, stuff like that.
Okay. So I guess you wouldn't
Like,
care if
yes.
somebody has like an AK or an M16, you know what I mean? Or an M4.
As long as they're not
like, it
shooting
doesn't
at
matter.
me, I don't care. And if they are shooting at me, I'll kill them first.
Yeah, I understand that, but like it doesn't matter to you what assault rifle they have. It makes no difference.
Not really. Not really. Sometimes it can make a difference, because if they have the same rifle as you and you're running low on ammo, you can take theirs.
Yeah,
But that's so
that's
rarely,
like visual.
basically
You
never
actually
happens.
see it on the floor and what it is.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
But that basically never happens.
Yeah,
Unless you're mag dumping every time.
fair. I guess the question is like, for example, inside a building, it would matter. You would have like a shorter kind of gun, right? Like not a long barrel type of gun. You'd have like a shorter gun because you want to be able to like
submachine gun.
maneuver. Yeah, you'd want to be able to maneuver.
You don't carry that many different types of weapons with you. You usually have your main weapon, which is the assault rifle, and then you have your secondary, which is a pistol, and of course a knife. But
Okay.
if you clear a building, you're not going to pull out your pistol and start clearing it with that. You're going to use your rifle.
I get it. I mean, I know the U.S. military started using the M16, I think, or something. Like they removed the M4, and they started using the M16 because the M16 is actually like you can change the dimensions of it, like make the fucking stock shorter, like make it a little bit more compact of a gun for like use of inside of buildings. And you can make it like less compact and long for use in like the field and shit like that. And that's why
but
like the U.S. military is moving away from the
You usually
M4.
don't do such drastic. You don't do drastic modifications to your weapon in the field. It's going to
Yeah.
be before.
Yeah.
So if you know you have to clear a lot of buildings, you're going to make it a little bit shorter before. If you know you have to go through open areas, you make it large. You keep it as is. That's the intel you get beforehand and on what you have to do.
Yeah. So you carry those guns that are like, you know, a little bit. You can change their sizes and dimensions, kind of deal. You do, like that's your kind of weapon.
Yeah, not always, but yeah.
Okay, fair. Yeah, because I know like the M4, the military, like the U.S. military used it, and it was like a real piece of shit inside buildings, and it wasn't very helpful because you can't like change the sizes, kind of deal. So that's why they're moving to the M16, as I said. So like my question was like, do you actually have like different types of weapons for different types of missions, or do you have like a weapon that has like changes in dimension, kind of deal?
You usually have one weapon that you use. Sometimes you get special equipment to take on missions, depending on what it is you have to do on the mission. But usually you stick to one type of gun that you get basically on your deployment. They say, this is your gun, take care of it, and don't make it explode.
Fair. Okay, and do you get courses like on how to take care of the gun?
That's covered in basic training.
Okay.
You get taught how to shoot, how to clean your weapon, and everything like that. Because you have to maintain your weapon. If you don't, it's going to get jam on you in the field, and
You're gonna die. Yeah.
that's a no bueno.
Yeah.
How often do you need to or clean your weapon?
I personally clean my gun daily, so it's always at peak condition. When I'm deployed, I clean my gun daily.
I mean,
do
that's
you
not
have and do
really
you have
reasonable.
like a thing where you actually like clean off the scratches and like repaint some of the parts that,
I don't.
or do you?
That's
like,
just
keep it?
that's cosmetic. I
You don't
care
fix
about
it.
function.
You don't
I don't
you don't
care
have a
how it
skin?
looks as long as it works good.
Okay.
you don't have a skin on your gun? What the fuck? Asking-
I mean,
like a sticker
What
or
skins do
something?
you have, bro?
no. I
What
don't have a
skins you-
sticker on.
Yo, did you actually see like some of the fucking Russians that like came to fucking Ukraine? There were like memes about Ukrainians finding like military lunchboxes and guns that have like anime chicks on them, almost half naked, like doing sexy
the
pauses and shit.
fuck?
Like they have stickers on their guns of that stuff, and like on their lunchboxes, they'd also have like stickers and shit like that. Like, do you have any people that actually do that in your squad, or yourself, or like you've killed somebody that had that on their gun?
I imagine having default skin on the weapon, man.
Oh my god, do you have
On
any
the
skins,
weapons,
bro?
no. On the weapons, they don't. My guys don't have skins, but
I know
on
some people put like a
the-
fucking picture
the-
of Mary. Like
one guy has. I don't know what it is, but he has an anime picture on his lunchbox. I don't know what it is, but I know he has one.
fair.
Hey,
Yeah, I mean,
if it-
I know some
if it
people
keeps him
have like the
alive.
picture of Mary, like the Virgin Mary on their gun, like they put a sticker of the Virgin Mary or something, like on their magazine or something.
I haven't seen that. I've seen people with a tattoo of the Virgin Mary, but that's it.
Okay.
Okay, what was I about to ask? It was something about the main weapon. Like, okay, I don't know much, but I have an assumption that the American military use the M16 as their main weapon, and I think other armies or nations use different
Yeah.
weapon as their main.
Yeah. I would
Is
say
there
so.
is there a reason why every nation has a different weapon?
Easier to manufacture and like bring in, because an M16 you'd have to buy from the states,
so
and like
so it's like
import it.
Okay.
It's first of all, it's produced in country, so you get the weapons that are produced in your country most of the time. Of course, there's some militaries that buy from America, or from Germany, or from some other places, but usually you get weapons that are produced in country, and you use those in battle.
Yeah, it's like Arab countries have AKs because their main supplier is Russia, and that's where the AK is from. Essentially,
Exactly.
like they just take old Russian weapons, which the AK is автоматический Kalashnikov,
yeah.
47 года, which is it's basically automatic Kalashnikov. It's a Russian gun, basically. Yeah, an old Russian
It's
gun.
the Russian gun,
Yeah,
most recognizable weapon in the world.
I don't think it's the Russian gun anymore.
I
Oh
mean,
no, it's
if we
Like
talk
it's
about
the
origin,
most
maybe.
recognizable,
It's-
but I don't think the Russians in
it's-
Ukraine use it.
I don't know what they used. I didn't check, but I know AK is still widely used. Maybe a different variation of it, but it's still the AK at its core.
I mean, you have to tell me. You're in Ukraine now, so you're gonna have to tell me what kind of gun they're using. Like what kind of gun
When
the
I
Russians are using.
when I have the time and I'm not getting shot at, I'll take a look at what type of gun they're using.
Yeah, go for it. Like, when you're going through the trenches after you like murdered a whole bunch of them, just like
And
check the
think of
gun.
Mo.
Yeah,
Mo.
think of Mo and be like, okay, Mo asked what gun they were using.
I'm gonna, yeah, I'm gonna
Check the
make a
model.
sticker. I'm gonna make a sticker that says Mo, I'm thinking of you, and I'm putting it on my helmet.
Fuck yeah. Go for that. That would be so fucking cool. And send me a picture of the helmet. You don't have to send me a picture of your
there.
face. I'll use it as my Discord profile picture. Guaranteed.
I mean, I'm thinking about. I mean, like, shouldn't they be able to manufacture like an M16 in their home country? Even like, I don't know, like copy and paste the design or something, or try to replicate.
That's the thing. I
the-
don't think the design is available. Like, it's,
I mean, you
I
can
mean-
you can reverse engineer.
Yeah,
the
that's what I
guns that
thought.
they're
Reverse
using.
engineering.
You can reverse engineer, but it's also part of patriotism. Why would I use a gun from a different nation when I have my nation's gun, the
I
best gun
mean,
for me?
if the enemy's nation, I mean, if the enemy's gun is like better, more practical or something like that.
I think that's what it is. Like the thing is about it is, I think the AK came first, and it was such an effective weapon that basically America just reverse engineered it into the M4. You know what I mean? Like, just
Yeah.
it turned into the M4, but it just had a different design, but it had like the same kind of thing in it. It just had a different style, just to kind of like, I think it also helps like figure out who's who. You know what I mean? Like, you're fighting people with AKs.
mean,
you
you
don't
have-
want to be wearing an AK. You know what I
I
mean?
mean, you have clothing and all that stuff.
Yeah, but take the Ukrainians and Russians for example. They both nations mostly use the same weapon. They mostly have the same camo. So
Wow.
Yeah, they actually
They're-
like put on like white bands for Ukrainians and like something
that is
else.
no,
Yellow bands for
that
Ukrainians.
that happened recently. They put duct tape
Yeah.
of different colors around their uniforms so they can differentiate themselves from the Russians.
Yeah.
Because from what I have read and heard, there was an incident where Ukrainian soldiers helped Russian soldiers dig a trench because they didn't know it was Russian soldiers, because they speak the same language,
Yeah.
have the same weapon, and have the same uniform, basically.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. Exactly.
Friendly fire
Imagine
in real life,
imagine I'm like
they
an Arab like militant or something along those lines, and then I speak almost standard English, and I know so much about America. Like, I could be a spy in the Arab world. You know what I mean? Like, I could just fucking infiltrate the ranks and be like, "Hey, can you help me dig this trench, bro?"
Yeah, but for that you have to be a little more convincing. You don't show up in enemy uniform. You gotta steal someone, or you gotta steal American uniform.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
that.
you have to like work your way up there or something like
Yeah.
that. And I think that takes like months or
Oh,
or
yeah,
even
obviously.
years. Like, holy
I
shit.
think for people who are like that, you don't steal the uniform. Essentially, it's stolen for you. Like, people on the field just fucking like kill somebody with a headshot, and like they take their pants and fucking uniform because it doesn't have any blood on it or any rips or anything like that. So you can like, somebody brings you the uniform and then you're like sent out to infiltrate. Like, I don't
know
think
that.
you're the guy.
I'm not a spy. I never will be a spy. I don't know anything about that. I have too recognizable of a face.
Yeah, I get you.
Speaking of recognizable faces or something like that, so there are so in military community or something like that, I've heard there are like famous soldiers. For instance, there was this American sniper that managed to kill like a lot of
Kill count.
Crane.
soldiers and stuff like that. I don't remember the name.
Actually, Jellybean in the chat is going like, that's what a spy would say. You know, I'm not a spy and I never will be. That's what a spy would say.
You have met me. Well, not personally, but you have heard of me. Do I sound like a type of person that could be a spy?
A little bit.
Like,
You
genuinely.
do have a little bit of a a charm to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, charisma.
I am a
Yeah.
charming fellow, but I'm
17.
not charming enough to infiltrate an entire organization.
No, no. Okay, but how common is it to hear about these famous soldiers in amongst you guys? For instance, again that sniper or something. But are there like more or many more?
There are multiple
Military.
legends about
Yeah, legend, yeah.
military personnel like Semo Hayaha with the White Death from the Second World War.
Yeah, in
A
Finland,
great,
right?
a Finnish sniper who basically single-handedly stalled the Soviets' advance.
That's crazy.
Who else? There's I forgot the name of that one. There are many.
What's her name? The Ukrainian one, the Ukrainian lady. I forgot her name. Ludniva.
I don't remember.
What's
truth be
the
told.
fucking ghost of? No, not a ghost of.
Tsushima.
Wait. Ukrainian
Ghost of Tsushima? Okay.
woman sniper, World War II.
Thank you for the compliment, boys. By the way.
Oh, Ludmila.
Ludmila.
Ludmila Nikolaevna. Ludmila Nikolaevna Pavlichenko. Which is a famous Ukrainian sniper woman from the Second World War.
You don't speak about them a lot. Sometimes they get mentioned, and then their legend gets retold about what they happened. It gets exaggerated every single time it happens.
Mm.
But in the regular conversation, you don't get mentioned that often. Sometimes they get mentioned when you did something like a sniper did a amazing shot. Said that shot could have been
From,
done
like,
by the
several
White Death,
hundred
for
meters,
example,
yeah.
or someone else, or you did a great breach and said that it could have been a breach from so and so. Basically, it's more of a comparison and a compliment than just outright mentioning, like, remember how cool that guy was.
Mm-hmm. Salvatore holy fuck.
Salvatore Omri.
Salvatore Omri. Okay, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. I really appreciate that. Jesus, what a name. I'll name you Salvatore, which I think is an Italian name, so I think you're
You can also just call him Sal.
Yeah.
Uncle
Nah,
Sal.
Sal is
Uncle Sal.
cringe, bro. Sal sounds cringe.
Lambo. Or
Lambo. Okay, Lambo is fine.
So it's Italian then.
It's a Lamborghini. No, I'm joking.
But how does the word get around amongst those legends? Like how do they get known for doing their job? Or yeah, I mean, yeah, not really just doing the job, but doing exceptionally well at the job.
It's word of mouth most of the time, or you get statistics of how many kills you have in battle, confirmed kills.
I mean,
Then the legend starts growing from there.
I mean, they're not. I mean, how can they be word of mouth if they kill their enemies?
I'm talking about
About their own
they don't
fucking
you
teammates.
don't what's it called? You don't operate alone. So a sniper, for example, always has a spotter with him. So the spotter will say he got 38 confirmed kills this week. The week before he got 32.
Jesus
And
fucking
from
Christ,
there on,
38
it
confirmed
gets-
kills in a week?
And from there, it
He is
just keeps
numb. He's completely
just,
numb.
That's just hypothetical.
Yeah.
That's basically how it goes. You start off like that, and then the legend grows.
I guess
People
the
go,
team,
so
yeah.
how many kills did you get today? How many kills did you get this week? What did you do?
Like at
Basically
first,
just like that.
at first they kind of like he saves your ass, and you're like, wow, what a guy. And then you kind of like, you kind of figure it out, and you know, he has like 38 fucking confirmed kills this week, and you're like, oh shit, this guy's a fucking legend. You know, like,
Yeah.
and then you tell your comrades and you tell your friends, and it's basically, it's just
Mm.
kind of, that's how
Is
word
it-
of mouth kind of goes.
Is it most common? Okay, okay, maybe a little. Like, what kind of specialties get to be like legend, like most common? Like, okay,
Sniper
Whoa,
is
that's
probably
fucking
the
question.
most. Sniper would
Snipers
probably be
are-
the most.
Sniper is very high up, and then maybe artillery as well.
Hillary.
Grenadier, rifleman. Basically, anyone who can do a lot. Snipers can take out a lot of people if they're good enough.
Drone people,
Artillery
maybe.
just sends shells down the line and just keeps blowing shit up.
Drone
and,
operators, maybe.
Well, that would be difficult because you don't know who operates the drone. You know who's shooting more. You know who's shooting artillery C. You don't know who's flying drone Z.
Okay, fair,
Mm.
fair.
Damn.
Ask my
Huh.
dad about my name. I mean, bring him in here. I'll be happy to chat.
Yeah, get him to follow too.
Yeah, right.
Okay. We've been scattering around with the question and segments. And
You know
and-
what?
and-
This is the first stream where we don't get distracted and we're literally
Yeah, we're, like,
talking about
highly
the
focused
subject.
and fucking-
Yeah, today we're highly
Because I have
focused.
because I have very interesting stuff.
I mean, it is actually because it's like so unusual compared
Yeah.
to like average citizen perspective or life. Speaking about that, getting back to society and like as a military dude or like trying to be part of. Okay, I'm not gonna say it like trying, but it's like
How do I function in normal society?
not maybe, but also like how can you relate to people like average citizen as a military dude?
Well, the military, well, my actions and me personally are two separate things. I still have my humanity, so I can still sympathize with people. I can still talk with people normally, like I'm doing now.
If someone dies,
But-
does it bother you as badly, I guess?
Like tough luck.
That depends on who's dying. If I don't know the person, I couldn't give less of a shit. If
I
it's
mean,
someone I
I
care
feel the
about
same.
and know, then it does hit me in the feels. But
Mhm.
if I don't know them, then it's just
I feel the
Me too.
same after
That's
living
back to
through a
me.
whole bunch of shit like in Lebanon, you know, the war in Lebanon and the war in Ukraine. Like, I feel the same. Like, if somebody dies, I don't know. Like, oh, you have a friend that died? I just,
cool.
yeah,
What
cool,
does that
like,
have to do with me?
yeah. Or, like,
Mm.
even when a celebrity dies, like, cool, I listen to their music, but I'm not too
giving
emotionally,
up.
like, hit by it. Like,
It's just another day, another dead guy.
yeah.
What do I care?
Another sack of meat. But but yeah, I don't know, like what can we average citizen like complain about? I don't know about.
You can complain about your work if you want.
Yeah, but it's like how do you?
I mean, if
How
Stefan passed away, I would be sad because I did go through multiple combat zones with him. I'd attend his funeral, I'd give him all the honors. I'd still talk shit to him at his funeral because that's how you do it. But I'd still be a little bit upset about it.
Yeah, I don't know because I have a feeling like compared to the average citizen and military dude that we are like a lot softer because you guys have
You got soft
that-
hands, brother. You got soft hands.
Of course. Yeah, but I just like I have this assumption that the military dudes are so fucking numb because of the gun.
Well, we are numb about what we do. We don't get triggered by stuff easily or at all. So
Yeah.
that puts us differently from regular society, I guess. But we're still normal people. We
course.
still function normally. Of course, sometimes you have the bad apples that go and do dumb stuff because, well, they got PTSD or some other
Yeah,
stuff from combat. But normally, it's just you get more disciplined in
yeah, that's
when you're in regular life. You see, for example, if you walk down the street, you can see a guy with unkempt hair, dirty clothes, ragged shoes and everything. If you see a guy from the military, they look good. They have the hair is combed, nice. They have clean clothing. They look prim and proper.
Yeah, I'm thinking like, how can I say it? Like military people, like their stress tolerance is so fucking high up compared to
Oh, okay.
average citizen.
I
That-
guess I understand what your question is.
I mean,
He muted
I mean,
himself for a second, so I'm not sure if something is the matter. But
I mean-
All right, you may continue. What was the question? I didn't hear it.
yeah, there you go. He just muted himself. I don't know, something happened. But I think what Columna is trying to ask is like, you know, would you say your stress tolerance is higher than the average person, or do you feel like you stress about the same bullshit, like, you know, like the same mini bullshit
of course,
that other people stress about?
Yes, I still stress about the same shit that everyone else stresses about, but the entirety of the stress tolerance is higher for people in the military because you have to deal with more stressful situations than most.
Okay. And what would you say something that like a normal person, like not a weak-minded person, but like just an average person would overreact to, that you just kind of go like, yeah, it's normal, like what's
yeah,
like that
whatever.
you wouldn't give a
Like,
shit, like something just whatever. OBS is lagged. Why? Okay, it worked.
Trouble in the office, having problems with friends or co-workers, or just genuinely work-related stuff.
Yeah.
If you go to personal, like disagreements with friends and shit like that.
Okay. Fair.
Yeah, I also felt that like after my MMA training and all that stuff, and after having a few fights, like after going through all that stuff, like it's nothing compared to be in that stressful situation. Yeah, after have gone through all that, like life becomes so, I wouldn't say simple, but it just not that very
Less effort,
yeah
less stress, less worried
yeah
about certain things.
yeah, something like that. And yeah, of course I had this assumption, like you go through those things, and I'm just thinking like military people, their stress tolerance level are like in another fucking league
Yeah, definitely.
compared to MMA fighters.
Definitely.
And you are muted, Caesar. I don't know if you're talking.
I think he mutes like if something is happening like in the background, so he doesn't like.
Okay.
Like if he has to do, so he's been muting every now and then.
Okay.
Some shit is happening.
Okay. We got about 5 more minutes and then I have to head out. Because
Oh, yeah, we
it
can-
appears I have to go and take watch.
Okay.
Okay.
Fair. All right.
Right.
Well, is there anything you would like to, say for yourself? Say to the world, I guess. I mean, the only few people that are listening here. Maybe there's how many viewers do I even have? I don't check that. We have 10 viewers right now. We probably have like 6 or 7 listeners on Spotify. What would you like to say to these people? Actually, no, people like rewatch my stream later on if they missed it. Like, I think Cowboy would rewatch it. So I usually get about 50 people who watch these. So, I mean, I'm not flexing, but I'm just saying, what would you like? I was trying to make a joke that like the few people that actually watch this, what would you like to say to them?
Stay in school. Don't do dumb shit.
Fair enough.
Well, sure.
And
Go
how
ahead.
would I find out one day that you just died from like ligma or something?
Lick my balls.
I tried. Okay.
I have young people in my squad. I know all the jokes.
But how would I find out one day? Like, would you do this? Would you do me a favor and tell your wife, like, hey, if I die, go on Discord and you see that weird ass guy who messaged you the last time?
You know the guy who said he's my best friend when I was in a coma? Just tell him I'm dead.
Just tell him I'm dead when I do die. Like, can you do that? Would you do that for me as a favor?
I can do that, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
We'll find out if he actually
Wow,
dies.
you seem to be very excited to have that opportunity.
The
He's
thing is
always
this
excited
mother-
when
the
when
thing
the
is
prospect of my death comes up.
The thing is this motherfucker went into a fucking coma. Okay, like I'm supposed to have like a German lesson with him or something like that, and he just fucking he just disappears. I message him, and then his wife replies to me. It's like, this is his wife. Why are you texting my husband? I'm like, okay.
She thought you were his lover.
I'm like, don't worry about it. I'm just his best friend. and then that was it. And then he never answered me. He was gone for like a month. And I got worried, like maybe this motherfucker died. Like what she told me, like he's right now he's going into surgery because a piece of shrapnel like fucking traveled to his lung or something. And then like he disappeared for a month. I messaged him, I'm like hoping that the wife would fucking like reply or even he would reply. Nothing. Just nobody's fucking. I'm like, he's dead. He probably fucking died. Why else would he disappear for a fucking month? And then he wakes up, comes into my stream, and he's like, I'm alive. So I start fucking yelling at him in my chat.
I went to his stream and said, "I'm alive, motherfucker," and he just said, "You bitch, why
Yeah,
didn't
I'm like, you motherfucker. And I'm just like started. Yeah, so that's that. Like I need to be able to know, like, so next time I don't worry about you. Because I do worry. I like you. I feel like we're kind of friends, you know? Even though you might not consider that, but I feel like we're friends.
Nah, you're a friend.
Yeah.
You're a friend.
Oh,
Plus,
that's
Jellybean
cool.
also said she was worried as well,
Yeah.
which is nice.
Good. I spoke about it on the stream. I'm like, I don't know if he's dead, dude, but like, if he doesn't reply to me within another month, I'm hosting a funeral on the stream or something. I was genuinely like,
Making
How funny would
content of his death?
how funny
Yeah,
would it, how funny would it have been if it just
Crazy.
appeared during the funeral?
right? That would have been fucking horrible.
Today we are gathered.
Cancel the whole funeral. Like,
Cancel the
Today
whole
we're gathered
funeral.
here.
Get your ass. Get your ass
let's do
in
a
the
design
coma.
stream. Let's do a design
Today
stream.
we are gathered here to
Yeah, I'll design his
Archer
gravestone on
onto
stream or
Caesar
something.
the Frog. All of a sudden, this was I'm alive, motherfucker. You son of a bitch! I went through all the trouble to prepare this funeral. You better stay dead.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill you myself.
And as I told you many times, you sure as shit can try, but you won't succeed.
Yeah, we're not.
I'll try.
okay,
When
we're
you're
not
old
gonna
enough,
take
I can
over.
try. When you're old
Yeah.
enough and like wrinkly and can't move because of all your injuries, I'll probably be able to.
The joke's on you. I'm always packing heat.
Hey.
All right. Well, it's been 5 minutes, so we're gonna let you go because you kind of have to go. So, well, have a good night.
All right.
care.
Don't get yourself killed, and
Don't get that.
don't go into a coma
I'll
again.
try. I'll try. Have a good one. It has been fun being on this podcast. Thank you very
I'm
much for
glad.
the invite,
for
and
the-
I'll see you all another time.
Yeah, it
And
was
thank
fun
you for
having
the
you.
answers and all. Holy shit, it was very interesting
Yeah.
to see.
If you ever want to hear stories, I'm somewhere around here most of the time.
Yeah. He does join into like main hall sometimes and tells stories, but yeah.
Oh damn! Alright, cool, cool.
All right.
I take care, man.
See you, dude.
All right, have a good one.
Let's see, chat. At least y'all would know through Mo
and
and Jody if something happened to me. Yeah, like if something happened to like Jellybean, like her mom might message me on Facebook. You know, Jody would like fucking message in my chat. There's BK in my chat as well that could like probably say something. Like I would be able to know. Columna, I don't know how I'd find out about your death. Just disappear one day. How would I find out about your death?
maybe my best friend will
Come into my
maybe
Discord.
no. Maybe he will like hop in your stream, like in the chat.
Wait, he knows my stream?
Yeah, I have told I have told him about you and all that stuff. Like, hey,
Oh, you
yeah,
speak about me?
yeah,
Oh.
yeah. It's like basically venting like this piece of shit, this dumbass. Nah, I'm just
Go
kidding.
fuck yourself.
No, but he knows that you exist, and I think maybe he has hopped in on your stream, so like one time, or even chatted like one time or something, but like
Maybe.
never.
If you tell me his name, I might remember.
I want to keep that as a secret because he wants to keep things secretive because stuff
Damn.
and all that
You
stuff.
guys are secret lovers or something?
Maybe.
And
I'm not.
you
I'm.
don't-
I'm not giving answers. I'm not saying yes or no.
Wait,
Nah.
was it fucking Salvatore? Salvatore?
No. Even he's like new to me. But maybe he will tell. But I don't know. He's busy with his own shit. So I don't think it will occur to his mind to tell you. But
Yeah.
that's the closest person
All right. Well,
I can think about.
fair enough. Maybe he'll tell me at least that way.
Yeah.
Corn,
Yeah.
columna looking like an extra, looking extra Cambodian today. What's a
I have no
Cambodian?
idea.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
neither do us know. Neither of us know. Let's see. Cambodian.
Cambodian masculine man.
Oh, Cambodia is a country.
Cambodian man. Okay,
It's like in Asia. It's a country in Asia.
that's fucking Chino. That's more like Chino.
Cambodia, man. Oh,
I
God.
mean, they look more like Chino, so I don't know. But hey, sure.
All right.
Uh,
Well, let me finish this Stream Raiders fight. I think we might actually win this. Let's see. We don't have enough people in here, but like, literally, I think the game is taking it easy on me. It gave me 2 level 1 enemies to kill, and that's
you-
it. Yeah, that's it. Literally, just after
It's giving you-
after three fucking failures, it gave me like 2 level 1 enemies, and it's like here, just
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
just fucking literally.
Just do something. Yeah,
Yeah.
they put
And
you on easy.
They
mode,
they,
like,
they
oh,
literally gave me easy mode, and they do that often, which I enjoy. Like we can fail if we fail 3 in a row, the 4th one is like a guaranteed win. It's just 2 level 1 enemies. Like you can shit on them with any unit. So yeah. Well,
yeah.
as a lot of you know, this will be Columna's last day as my co-host. And today will be the last day of the Highly Distracted Podcast Season 1, I guess. So I will be reopening it for Season 2 at some point. Right now it's in the air. I don't know exactly when we'll be back, but we will be at some point, and it probably won't be Columna as my co-host. He might still join in as a guest if we have something interesting. But yeah, so I'll either find a second co-host or I'll just fucking freeball it on my own. Well, I won't be talking on my own. I'll probably have to like prepare a second season where at least for 10 episodes I have guests for each episode. That way I have like a different person on the podcast every day. But yeah, otherwise, if you want to see a little bit more of Columna, he might be visiting me this summer at some point. I don't know if that's
Oh,
still
dude.
in the air.
Yeah. I mean, I have checked about like the prices and transportation, how to get there, and I just forgot to ask you about how to get around in Germany. Like do
Train.
you use a huh?
Train.
Yeah, yeah, but do you use a like a specific app, or do you have to like buy a ticket like physically or
I
something?
think if you order a ticket, is Sweden in the EU?
Yeah.
If you buy a ticket in Sweden, you should be able to put my city into your application. Because you can buy your ticket from a different country and include a station in different countries. So I don't know how you order tickets in Sweden, if it's on an app or on a
In Sweden, we have like in like region. I mean, there is an app called SJ, where you can travel across the whole. Across whole Sweden. But normally.
What's your
the, like,
official
Sweden-
what's your official like Swedish train company?
Skånetrafiken, and that's like the south part of Sweden.
Okay.
And that only covers Skåne region and some part of Denmark.
Actually, let me see one sec.
But,
I'm gonna open
but-
my app and see. Because
but there are like other options like Flixbus,
Yeah.
today bus and all that stuff. But that's by bus, and it takes like a whole fucking day.
do you mind telling me what your city is, or like a city that's nearby you?
I'm not gonna tell it.
I mean,
you
I
know.
already know, but like, give me a city that's nearby you so I can like. Should I just go Stockholm? Fuck it, Stockholm.
Okay, so yeah, say Stockholm.
How do you write Stockholm?
Stock.
With a CK?
STOCKHOLM.
Stockholm Central.
Stockholm. Yeah.
Yeah, so Stockholm Central. And then let's say you want to come to the city that's nearby me, Göttingen. So we go from Stockholm Central to Göttingen. Not today, but let's just fucking go in July 10, whatever. Search.
I mean,
So
I have
from Stockholm Central, there are 3 trains. It'll take you a while to get here. It's a 13-hour trip.
from
on the
Stockholm,
train.
yes.
Yeah.
From Stockholm, yeah. I mean, traveling from Stockholm out to Skåne
Yeah.
or to Denmark,
So you get-
like takes like 8 hours.
So the way you get here is you take the X2 from Stockholm Central to a city called
Yeah, but what app are you using?
Koebenhavn.
Yeah,
or something?
Copenhagen.
Oh, that's Copenhagen. That's how you fucking write it.
Copenhagen? What the fuck was that?
Copenhagen? Haven?
Copenhagen. Okay, wow, you fucked me
How
up
the fuck
too.
do you write that, bro? Like, what is that city? That's not Copenhagen.
That's okay.
Copenhagen or something?
Yeah, but that's like in Danish. But in English it's Copenhagen.
Oh, okay. So you go from Stockholm to Copenhagen, then from Copenhagen to Hamburg, then Hamburg to Göttingen. The app is called DB Navigator. It's the official German app. You don't even see it, but you see. Yes.
Look at that.
But it's,
DB Navigator.
yeah, that's the official German app. For this type of stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, because I was a bit worried to like, oh shit, so do I need to buy another ticket?
Actually, I'm curious, how much does this ticket cost?
I mean, from where I am to all the way to to your place or
What-
or town,
100 $120 from Stockholm to here.
yeah, not that much.
Yeah.
So the money isn't an issue. It just it just how
Yeah.
to get there.
Order it, or I can order it for you if you want. If it's
Oh, no
something
worries,
that
no
you
worries.
need, I can actually like order the name, like the ticket for you,
Ah,
and
no,
then
no,
you pay me
no
back.
worries. No,
Hmm? No.
no,
What?
I will not pay you back. No, I'm just
Wow, Jesus. What a whore.
kidding. No,
But
I'm gonna get to you and travel because otherwise I won't be traveling this year. So at least a bit of traveling this year.
yeah, go for it. And you get to meet me and Jellybean if you come in June. So I think
Hell yeah.
that's a good thing.
June,
Like, June next month.
June, July.
Oh,
that's
sorry,
Ju-
July. My bad.
Yeah. I was like, what the? fuck is he talking about?
My brain is elsewhere.
Yeah,
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 she's
yeah.
coming here end of June, and we're leaving to Switzerland immediately
Mm.
as she comes here, and then we come back on Sunday, and on Monday is her birthday, which is the 1st of July. So
Oh, fuck, okay.
so then she's staying here until the 30th.
Okay.
So the
cool.
entire month of July she's here. So if you come here, and like you don't even have to come to my city specifically. You can either come to Hanover or you can come to Göttingen.
Yeah. And just-
Either one of those two cities works, and I can come pick you up. Like not by car, but I can come like meet you there
yeah.
and bring you to my city. Like we'll all come by train.
Yeah. No
So
problem.
because like coming to my city, you actually have to take the bus at the end. Like you
Yeah,
have to
it's
get
that-
off the train and get on a bus in order to get to where I
Yeah.
am.
Yeah, funny enough, ChatGPT told me about that. Yeah, I use AI for that.
For what? Travel?
Yeah, like I wrote, oh, what's the most effective way, both costly and time efficient to get to my place to this city.
Wow.
And it just told everything. And AI is
At the
next
end,
life.
at the end section, the last 30 minutes, you have to be on the bus. Like there's no train coming into my city. There is a train coming in a walking distance away, but it's a very long walk, and I wouldn't recommend walking it with like a bag or something, or like after you've traveled for like 10 hours or 9 hours on the train, you know?
And have to like check in on all that stuff.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend that. I would just like take the fucking bus. But there is a train station walking distance away from my city, but like it's a 30 to 40 minute walk.
Well, yeah.
So, yeah.
Speaking about you're aware that I'm gonna check in at a hotel instead of.
I mean, Jellybean told me she's
Yeah,
like,
okay, cool.
don't buy a fucking mattress, because I was gonna buy a mattress and put it for you like down here so
Yeah.
you can like sleep, because I know the couch wouldn't have been comfortable. But
Yeah.
here's the thing: if you're checking into a hotel, that's completely fine by me. But
Yeah.
like you don't have to. Like you can't.
I know.
Like I'm more than happy to accommodate you here.
I know, but I don't want to be a cock block for you guys.
Oh, you're fine. You
I
won't
don't
be.
want to hear you guys have sex.
We'll just close the door and you won't hear it.
No.
Yeah. But you're
Yeah.
more than welcome. I'm, I would never like get annoyed at you being here or anything of that sort. Like 100% welcome here.
No.
But yeah.
Hey,
Anyways,
you just fucking pay for it. the
Yeah.
fucking taking all that stuff.
no, with money I don't. How the fuck do I? Why is my mouse disappearing? Okay,
Damn,
sorry.
man.
Sorry. What did I want? Twitch. Let's see if we can raid somebody at this stage. If there is anybody to raid.
What are you thinking about? Like,
I
what
mean,
kind of?
I don't
raid?
want somebody hype. I want somebody who's like talking, saying something interesting. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like if there is a podcast or any form of like just chatting. Oh, let me see. Just chatting.
I don't know if just chatting is like at least.
Holy shit! This woman
I
is
know.
showing all of the tits.
Yeah, that's
Just
what I
like
was
the
thinking,
whole,
like,
the whole titty.
is it a new meta thing that they're doing?
I don't
or-
know. She's just wearing like a really thin shirt, like just showing like the entire cleavage. It's like just barely covering above the nipple. And they're
Is it,
silicone, so they're like perking up real fucking hard as well.
Thank you for the description, man. I like it.
You like it? You're gonna jerk off after
Wait,
the
is it-
podcast now?
Is it at the top or
It's
or,
like
or
way
the-
at the top. Oh my god,
I'm-
he's looking for her and he's
Yeah,
gonna
I
follow.
yes,
What a
yes.
fucking...
Whoa!
You saw it? Did you
I'm
find it?
not, I don't know if that's her, but I
Send me a
saw something
screenshot.
similar.
Send me a screenshot. Oh
Okay, wait.
god.
Fuck. I have to do like wait there, and then I have to go to paint.
To paint.
Yeah, because my PC don't have that fucking function
What function?
to like take a specific screenshot. and all
Windows
that
Shift
stuff.
S.
Okay, I'm gonna try Windows Shift S. Yeah, my PC don't have that, but
Press
but
it
my
again.
laptop has.
It might need that. Press it again. Windows Shift S. No?
No.
Huh.
Nothing happens.
Interesting.
Okay, wait. Open chat. There. I don't know
Let's see.
if that's her.
Oh, what in here? Oh, come on! You're gonna make me open that in here. Damn.
Yeah. Oh, damn. Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's the one. That's 100% the one. Okay. Yeah,
Alright,
that
cool,
is
cool.
exactly the one. I was like, whoa, that's a whole titty in there. What the fuck?
Who can we?
I found somebody interesting.
and one, or say like they were wrong for doing it and not reporting, but it might actually fall underneath the other rules. I don't know. I'd have to read a bunch into it, but yeah, oh, fair enough.
Okay, maybe we can have this guy. He seems interesting. Pro-Palestine AI art, very political. Actually, never mind. Extremely political. Not that I care, but like I try not to be political on stream.
Okay, they're fucking.
This is taking
Spanish
time.
and all
Yeah.
that stuff. Okay, let's see.
We're losing viewers by the second.
Yeah,
Joking.
of course. Damn, I can't fucking.
Let's see. We have. Ba-dum, holy shit, that's a shirtless guy.
Okay, we have this guy that is counting to 10,000.
Just counting to 10,000. It's like Mr.
Yeah.
Beast.
Yeah, something like that. But he's talking like in between. So
Let's see. This guy might be running Elite Tech. What? Is he gone? He's not even there.
I don't know. Like have we lost all viewers now? Because
No, we still have like 9 people. Like that's I don't mind.
Oh,
But
okay.
I'm trying to still find someone. All right, we'll give it one more minute. If I can't find someone, I'm just ending. I don't care.
we have this green guy that is like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, but he's like painted in green.
Fuck it. Let's just raid
LSJ?
Oh
What?
god. Yeah, fuck it. Cool. Whatever. It ain't working. It don't matter. Cool. Well, I'm gonna thank you guys for coming. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you guys for being here for the last podcast of the season. Love you guys, and I will see you on Thursday. Yeah, you left because Columna's leaving. Well, too fucking bad. Goodbye.
Hey.
Hey, this is what you came for. Blood on the game ball. Everybody drop it like rainfall. This is your moment. Eyes on a puppet. Once you play God, once you play God, they're gonna crumble one by one. Then we gonna ride right into the sun like it's the day my kingdom come. Baby, we're yeah, hey, welcome to the big show. Next on the ladder is your name in the rafters. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Low when it's silence. Back up, woke up and chose violence. And they're singing my praises, la la la. Screaming my name out, la la la. This is why we're immortal now. 'Cause once you play God, once you play God.